And we're live, baby.
Let's go.
Back at it again. Big Trouble's back for more.
Welcome to the Nerd Bros Podcast, Episode 6.
Episode 6 sounds crazy. It actually really does.
Wait till we get to 66. It's got to be like Star Wars themed.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, everyone. Before we get started tonight, we're going to do what we did last week, and we're going to go to the Lord in prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you for this day and for this opportunity that we have to just come before you and to speak before you, Lord, and just speak to an audience about like-minded things. Pray, Lord, that you'll be with us today. Thank you for all that you've done for us and for keeping us safe and for everyone who listens. I pray, Father, that you'll bless this podcast tonight. Pray that you'll be with Trey and I as we just speak. Pray that you'll help us to reflect you in everything that we say, think, and do, Lord. Help us to keep the main thing the main thing. I pray for anybody out there who is struggling. I pray that this can be an escape for somebody tonight. Pray that they'll find comfort in just listening to us talk. But I pray that they find the most comfort and peace in finding who you are and knowing who you are truly, Lord. I'm reminded of the verse. It is Colossians 3:17, and it says, "And whatever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God the Father through him." I pray, Lord, that you help Trey and I to just remember that in everything that we say, think, and do, we need to be reflecting who you are, Jesus, and pray that you help us to do so. We love you. Praise your holy name. Amen.
Amen. Let's nerd out, chat.
That's right.
I'm trying to find... I can't pull up my chat for some reason. I don't know why it's doing that. That's kind of annoying, actually. I really don't know why it's doing that. That is actually kind of ridiculous. I'm going to have to, like, switch my account to watch it. That's crazy.
Ours is not pulling up.
Nah. And this chat is why on our outline for the first 5 minutes we have just intro, because we have little problems like this, you know? So, got to work with it.
Just too quick. Look at this one. There we go.
I will say before we get too into it, chat, take a good look, ladies and gentlemen, because this might be the last time I do the podcast from this room. So, this will all look different. I'll be in a different room. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. Some stuff might actually be up on the wall, you know. I mean, there's that.
Yeah. I feel like half that stack has been bought like 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
I do
Longer.
need to. I do need to get a frame. I do need to get a picture frame for my Phantom Menace theater poster, because that needs to go on my wall. 100% needs to go on
Yeah,
my
that's
wall.
sick.
Yeah.
Got any content coming out?
I do actually. I have 2 videos that I was working on, 2 long forms. They, I'm not gonna say what they are. But
Okay.
they're a couple pieces of some rumor stuff that I'm gonna discuss, because I'm pretty much gonna discuss what I would want out of those rumors.
Okay.
But yeah. What about you? And then
I
shorts,
had a
I'm
theory
planning a bunch
video.
of shorts too. But
I had a theory video about the Punisher that I teased, which I actually need to make. And then I have a couple more Spider-Man videos. There's a couple Doomsday videos I'd like to make. Um, I really need to make a Funko tour video.
there's all kinds of
And
videos we need to make.
I might do the Funko one tomorrow. I got some time. And plus, it'll give me an excuse to actually dust my shelves.
Yeah. I did have a question for you. So
Hmm.
neither one of us have done it yet, But I was thinking about trying to do a stream series where I play some older games, like some older Star Wars games, and just play completely
Mm-hmm.
through games. How do you think I should do that? Just play a couple hours of
Are you talking
stream?
like probably just take some time? Like it doesn't even got to be that. Like you could do literally like however much time you got, half an hour, hour. I was thinking about doing that. Like I was wanting to do something tomorrow and just kind of chill for a bit, but then I'm like, the best way for me to do it, like I won't have a face cam or anything for streaming, just because I don't have a capture card or anything. It'd be just me
Mm-hmm.
streaming straight from the PlayStation to YouTube. So I don't know yet. I might do something like that though too.
Yeah, yeah. See, that's the thing
Either
with
Batman or
you.
Spider Man.
That's what I was about to say. You have a lot that you have a lot of wiggle room, especially because
Got
Rivals
Rivals.
right now. Yeah, I mean, you literally have a poppin' game that you can play on stream.
You could do the Lego Star Wars.
I could, dude. I could do multiple of them because there's multiple Lego Star Wars games,
Oh
and
yeah.
there's never anything wrong with replaying the old stuff. I really want to do all
No.
of it, but I see that's the thing. I feel like I should start with Jedi Survivor.
That'd be sick.
Well, Jedi
Wait,
Fallen Order would be
Survivor or
first.
Fallen Order?
Fallen Order
Gotcha.
first, because if I'm gonna play both of them, because I've never finished both of them, so if there's any time to do it, I might as well just do it while there's kind of a down period, in the fandom. Just build the community up a
Yeah,
little bit and play the game, and run from there.
that'd be sick.
Yeah, yeah. All right, let's see here. Get this pulled up. It's crazy. We finish each other's.
Sandwiches.
All right. Ready when you are, brother.
Let's get into it. Let's get into it. So chat, news and rumors as usual. Um, First thing we got tonight is Tobey Maguire was recently spotted near the Doomsday set, and it's currently rumored that he is set to appear at the beginning of the film. So, what are our thoughts on this? What do you think?
I think you scared me when we first talked about it.
Oh, yeah.
I
My
think
big
I'm a
thing
little
is
terrified. Yeah.
imagine Doom kills him. Very beginning of the film just kind of sets the tone. I'd be so sad. The last time we see Toby is for like the first 10 minutes of a film. But my thing is too though, I really think that the movie needs to start with the Fantastic Four universe, and I think it needs to start where like Doom is getting Franklin. So
Yeah.
if it's towards the beginning of the film, maybe it's them bringing all the assembled team together to the Fantastic Four universe. So then they'd be like Toby's interacting with the Fantastic Four for the first time.
Truly, I don't think they can skip Doom getting Franklin. They cannot skip that, bro. They
No,
need to do something there. So, man, I'm excited for having the thoughts of Toby being in the movie. I really hope he's in the movie and in Secret Wars. I'm I'm not so confident that he's going to be in both.
I think I think it's more likely he'll be in Secret Wars.
Really?
Maybe they're already starting to film some Secret Wars stuff.
Oh, okay. I mean, it does come out in
Because
2 years. I mean,
they kind of did the same when they were shooting Infinity
Endgame,
War and
Infinity War.
Endgame.
Yep.
So that could be potentially what he's doing. Maybe watch him not be in either film and it just suck.
Watch him not be in either film, but they're filming the third one. We just don't know it. Or the fourth one.
Third one.
Sorry.
Oh, his fourth.
Yeah.
The writer of the Batman said that he would, or the producer of the Batman said that he would write it.
Dude. That would be sick. Yeah, I was thinking Andrew, my bad when I said 3.
Oh, I want TASM 3 so bad. So bad.
See, I don't really know what they could like. If he dies and Andrew dies in Doomsday, do you think Tom's going to be the only Spider-Man in Secret Wars?
No, because I don't think Andrew's showing up in Doomsday.
Really?
That got like teased the other day. It was more like, oh, he's not supposed to be in Doomsday, but that doesn't leave that. It doesn't mean Secret Wars is out. I think it makes more sense for both of them to show up in Secret Wars, just because Doomsday, we haven't seen an established Avengers team yet. We need to establish our team before we bring in like all of these multiversal variants that aren't even part of the teams.
That's true. But we've also established that their setup isn't the greatest right now anyway. So I'd be kind of, and it's not really going to feel like a Avengers team, because it's going to feel like there's 6 different teams just trying to take on Doom.
This is true.
Like, that's really what it feels like and what it seems like.
This is true. And we're going to get into those teams in just a little bit.
Yep.
Well, a team. One team.
I was about to say a team. I think next week we should talk about all of the rumor teams.
That'd be sick.
I kind of feel like that should maybe be our main topic of next week's pod, because it's kind of dry right now, chat. Now 2 weeks we're gonna get D23 results. We're gonna know what's done. Is that right? Is that 2 weeks?
Yeah, that's gonna be. I believe so. Because what's today? 18th? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, bro. What is it? 2 weeks from today or 2 weeks from yesterday is if it's I think 2 weeks from today or yesterday is September.
Jeez, bro. Chat, does anybody know
Crazy.
What tomorrow is? Taya?
I have group fitness class tomorrow.
Taya, you know what tomorrow is? We got 4 in here. Come on, chat. Who knows what tomorrow is? Drop in the comments right now. If you know, you get a cookie. No. You get blue milk.
I know.
No, well, see, that's cheating.
Tomorrow is John Stamos' birthday.
Chat. It's Evan's 12th birthday. Spam up 12 in the comments.
Oh my gosh. No. This
Spam
is not
12,
where this was
Taya.
going.
Watch
I've lived a life to 12 twice.
That's crazy, actually, to think about.
You've lived a life to over 12 and a half twice.
Now, see, why? I like chocolate chip. See what I done did to myself? It happens.
My client made me some peanut butter chocolate chip cookies today, Taya.
W.
I ate
Happy
2 of them
early
for breakfast.
birthday, Sterling. That's right. Happy birthday, Sterling. Sterling the GOAT.
Oh my goodness. Oh man. I'm kind of sad that we didn't have a pod on my birthday. That would have been cool.
Yeah, that would have been sick. But at the same time, like, have your day, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think mine was on a Tuesday, wasn't it?
I think so.
Bro, us and these... Wait, is our birthday always going to be on the same day?
If that's the case, then yeah. Were you born on a Sunday?
No, I was born on a Saturday. Then my birthday must have been
I was born
on
on a Sunday.
Oh, this would have been the
I was
time.
born on a Sunday.
Dang it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you're a little behind, Tay, but that's okay.
But yeah.
It happens. I think the stream...
I told my family, I'm like, watch, you're just going to get a random text that I went skydiving.
I went skydiving. Imagine. I just
Rocky Mountain climbing.
So
hey, Taya was born on a Tuesday.
Speaking of climbing, that brings us to our next thing, because we're going to have to climb Gotham. You know, at
That one
some
was a
point,
stretch.
at some point, we're gonna have to climb Gotham in that game, bro.
That one
Anyway,
was a stretch.
all right, chat. So here's what we got going. So the next thing for news and rumors, the Lego Batman game is rumored to release in Q1 of next year, which is super exciting, because for one, Evan's gonna have a brand new game to stream, which is sick, super sick. For
I need to upgrade
two,
the setup.
yeah, for two, Batman is both of our, at least in our top two favorite superheroes, and both of us grew up playing the Batman Lego games, so of course we're excited for this. I don't really know what they're going to do with it. Do you have any thoughts or any ideas of what you think it's actually going to be, besides just a Lego Batman game?
They talked about how it's rumored to be, like, I don't know if it's a particular film that we've already seen or if it's like an animated film, but they're saying like a film adaptation, but also it's supposed to span over multiple films of like Batman's career. So I don't really know what that means. I don't know if they're going to like take the Dark Knight trilogy and turn it into Legos. I could see them doing that.
Really? You could see them
Or,
doing
ma-
that now?
or maybe it'll be like kind of how Star Wars has all 9 episodes. Imagine if they had a Lego Batman game that had both of Michael Keaton's, Val Kilmer's, George Clooney's, all 3 of Bale's. You have Ben Affleck's Batman vs Superman, and then you have the Batman.
Dude, that would be sick. But I think the most important question to that, though, is if we get Batman and Robin. Actually, was it Batman and Robin? Which one was Clooney?
Batman and Robin.
Oh, that's what I thought. Will we get the nipples on the suit? That's... That's the question, chat. That's the question right there. Imagine they actually did that, though. Like genuinely, how are you gonna feel if they actually did that?
It'd be so stupid.
Yeah, it would be kind of crazy. Yeah.
Gonna try to tell me that a Lego has a nipple?
I just realized in our news and rumors this week, we got 2 Lego topics. It's kind of crazy.
This is true.
This
is true.
It's not. I mean, that's the thing, chat. Is like, I feel like we both have discussed it. How we're totally okay talking about, collectible stuff and games and stuff like that, as long as they stay on topic with our 3 main things that we focus on. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So like we'd like to get into more gaming stuff later on,
100%.
especially as it comes out.
Yeah. I mean, I
But
wish, the only thing I wish is that Star Wars had a good live service multiplayer game right now. Because Battlefront 2 isn't live service.
Hunters is leaving.
Hunters is leaving. That is actually really unfortunate. I kind of have had the thought of whether I should stream a little bit of it. Because I feel like, I honestly kind of feel like that last month that the game's out, I feel like there's going to be a lot of people playing it because they know it's gone. So that could be a time to try and get a little bit of viewership sprinkled in, but we'll see.
Absolutely.
I mean, unless people are just completely done with the game, which could be the case, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think it was the other day I deleted it.
Did you? On your phone?
Yep.
Yeah, I still have it downloaded on
I may still have it on the iPad.
Yeah, I still have it on my Switch, but
It could have been a lot better.
there's a lot that I have to say about that game. I think I might make a couple of videos around the time that it's done and kind of just give my full thoughts on why the game flopped. Because I kind of think we need that.
Yeah, I agree. I think that'd be sick.
Yep.
So, we were speaking of teams earlier. Tonight we're going to be talking about a specific team that is rumored to be in Avengers Doomsday. It's rumored to be split up between 6 teams at the moment. And the one that we're going to be talking about tonight is Team Loki and the possible lineup for the team. So, it's kind of going to be like how in Endgame and Infinity War they had different teams throughout. Like, oh, you had the team on Wakanda, you had the team up in space who's dealing with Thanos. It wasn't 6 teams, but it's rumored that Doctor Doom's going to have his own team, Loki, 2 different Avengers teams, the X-Men, and then the Fantastic Four. So with Team Loki, these are the rumored characters to be in the lineup. So we have Loki, obviously, which Tom Hiddleston is confirmed to be in this film. We have Sylvie, which Sophia DiMartino is not in this film at this moment. Mobius, who is not in this film at the moment. Deadpool is heavily rumored, especially with Ryan Reynolds teasing returning for Doomsday. We have Wolverine, which Hugh Jackman is also rumored to be returning for Doomsday now, especially with Deadpool. We have Gambit, which Channing Tatum is in this movie. And then we have X-23, who is now rumored as well after Deadpool and Wolverine got rumored. And then the last one, which is kind of out of left field, which I didn't really see coming, is Captain Carter. So Haley Atwell is not in this film at all right now. So we have 2 confirmed characters and 3 rumored, and then the rest is kind of just up in the air.
Interesting. I mean, I like the team, but again, there's just some part of me that kind of feels like they're doing way too much. Like, there really is. Like, Endgame having as many as it did made a lot more sense because it was way more than Infinity War, if I'm correct. Whereas, like, Secret Wars would feel fine. I just, I feel like, I still feel like the setup wasn't good enough, you know?
I agree. I just... We're either going to be really pleased with this movie, or we're going to be really upset.
Yeah.
But I will say, having a Team Loki, in my opinion, this rumor kind of makes a lot of sense in my mind, because there's heavy rumors right now that the TVA is going to be a part of this film.
Yeah.
And that by the end of the film, Doom will destroy it and take Loki's powers. So Loki having a team makes sense. But it also is... I think something else I've heard about this team, I don't really know how they're all going to get assembled, but it makes it sound like Doctor Doom, because we've heard how the X-Men and the Fantastic Four are going to be...
Oh, no, chat. Oh, no.
in basically... Oh, get some poor connection. There we go.
All right, you're gonna have
Y'all
to
good?
redo. You're gonna have to redo all of it, bro. I heard. So basically, it's gonna be.
You're frozen for me.
I am.
Yeah.
What the heck?
We good?
That's weird. Yeah, well, I think we're good now.
Okay.
You're gonna have to restart the whole thing.
That's cool. Anyways, so basically, it appears that the Fantastic Four and the X-Men and the Avengers are going to be fighting each other. And I don't know if this is Doctor Doom's plan or if this is just something that happens because they all are coming because all their worlds are getting destroyed. But that's when the TVA gets involved. And I'm assuming that that's when you have characters like Deadpool and Wolverine show up because they are going to be probably with the TVA after the last movie, and then they're going to go and then they're going to find Loki at the TVA.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think the Team Loki stuff could be fine. I think, man, I just wish we had more setup, man. We haven't seen Loki. We haven't gotten anything from Loki since, what, 22? Is that right?
Yeah.
And
Either
so
22
now,
or 23. I think 20.
So now he's just supposed 22. To be... I mean, don't take me wrong. I think he should be a massive part of the movie. But, I don't know. I think next week, chat, we're going to get a little more into all of the teams and try to, like, actually completely break this down for all of the rumors. So, stay tuned for that. Something about this connection tonight's crazy.
Yeah, it's in and out.
Are you done with that? You want to move to the next one, or?
Yeah, I'm good to move to the next one.
All right, chat. So, we have a little bit to talk about. A little bit of some collectible stuff. Lego has fully announced the UCS Death Star. It's $1,000. I think that. I mean, that is just insane. A lot of me finds that crazy. Am I frozen for you?
One sec. Let's try it now.
Try it now. Okay.
Better?
Yeah, you're decent.
Yep. I switched Wi-Fi's real quick.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, anyway, chat. The UCS Lego Death Star has been fully announced. It's $1,000. I need to really watch what I want to say because I think I would love one day to work with Lego. So I don't want to like just completely crap on it. Don't take me wrong, though. I think it's a quality product. Yes. And it looks phenomenal. It really does. I just think for a lot of people, $1,000 is going to be hard to swing for a
I agree.
set, you know? Like, it just seems... Again, like I said, the quality's great. I think it looks phenomenal. I just think $1,000 is going to be really difficult for some people. Like, truly difficult for some people. There's going to be a lot of people buy it. I think I know one. But, you know.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually think
Absolutely.
he's already told me he's going to. So I mean, like I said.
It doesn't shock me with the amount of Lego he has.
No. I mean, there's a market there, and there's going to be a lot of people buy it. $1,000 just seems so crazy to me, dude. Like, I mean, you know how many smaller sets you could buy for $1,000? You buy a lot of Lego.
Absolutely.
But one set, I don't even know how many pieces is it. I'm gonna look that up real quick.
Oh,
because
I had it in my Instagram the other day.
$9,019. Yo, that's a lot of pieces. You know what, dude? That's like 11 cents a piece. Is my math right?
Sounds about right.
Dude, that's not hateful.
It's not.
There were some sets that they released earlier this year that I think were, I want to say 13 or 14 cents a piece. That's not bad.
$1,000 though.
I know it's the fact that it's $1,000 at once. It's one chunk. You know what I mean? But I can't hate on it for the piece price factor. That is not terrible. Because isn't 10 cents usually like that you're doing good? But it seems like now, 11's not hateful, dude. That's crazy.
No, honestly,
is my
I'm
math
surprised
off?
it's not. I'm surprised it's not higher, to be honest.
Yeah. But dude, if they would have put that at like 1,200, dude, that would have made it way harder for them to sell them.
Oh yeah.
I mean, don't take me wrong, dude. They probably could have realistically put a $2,000 price tag, and they still would have sold some. I really believe that.
Oh,
not
absolutely.
As many, but man, that's kind of crazy. The Lego Death Star 2 set, I don't even know what year that's from, is literally $5,000 on StockX. $5,000, bro. That's crazy.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's insane.
So the most recent before this Lego Death Star set was 4,016 pieces. They doubled it. They over doubled it for this new one. That's insane. And that set, so the set I'm talking about is the one that Ned had in which movie was that?
Homecoming.
It was Homecoming. So that, I mean, that's a big set, bro. And it's over double that amount of pieces.
Bro,
So
that's so
kinda,
crazy. That was 8 years ago.
why you have to say that? Oh
Dude,
my goodness.
we'd only been friends for a year.
Yo, that is crazy. That is
That's
insane,
crazy,
chat.
dude.
That is insane, bro. Chat, we're coming up on so next year will have been a decade since we knew each other. And it took us that long to start a podcast is crazy.
Imagine that. We'll be friends for 10 years in the same year that we're going to the Spider-Man Brand New Day premiere.
That's right, baby. We're gonna make it happen. Bro, so I thought of something really quick. I know a sponsor that the two of us would both love to have be a sponsor of our channels. Marvel Unlimited.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, dude, they do it.
I'm not
You
going to
gotta get
lie.
work.
For a second, I legit thought you were about to tell me that we had a sponsorship, like live on the pod.
Dude, that'd be sick, wouldn't it?
I was about to flip,
Yeah.
bro. That's how you let me know we have a sponsorship. It's like the day before my birthday. Oh my gosh, bro.
Yeah, that'd be happy birthday right there.
Yeah,
That would
dude. I'd be happy not having to pay $80 a year anymore.
Bro, I'm saying. Dude, and like, bro, you could probably end up getting the DC one too. Yeah,
Yep.
that'd be sick, bro. That'd be sick.
That would be sick.
That's the thing. Like, have you ever thought about like, chat? We're going to tab bit off topic, but it's still nerd stuff, right? Have you ever thought about like trying to like actually get sponsored by Marvel to like get comics? Because they do it.
How do you go about doing that? Like, do you email them?
I don't know because so there's a channel that I watch. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I was watching his videos today. He gets comics from Marvel, like a lot. Okay, and he's only got like 12,000 subs, so his channel's not crazy massive. I mean, that's a great accomplishment. Don't take me wrong, but it's not insanely massive, and he still gets comics. So there's got to be a way to do it.
Interesting.
And the Escape Pod boys are sponsored by Marvel Unlimited, so there's that too.
Right.
And if I make Star Wars content off of that app, I could probably get that one too.
This is true.
Yeah, so I mean, which is sick.
It sounds like we have to figure out how to reach out to Marvel Unlimited.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like, yeah. Yeah.
First
Completely agree.
sponsorship of the Nerd Bros.
Dude, that'd be sick.
Oh,
That'd
yeah,
actually
bro.
be
Absolutely.
wild. Yeah. I think I said my piece on the Lego Death Star. Has its nice little...
All right. So, chat, the next segment that we have on here. So we've already talked about our 2026 potential film lineup that we think's it's a really good film lineup. But what's crazy is 2027's is better. And right now there is 4 definite films that year that are going to be great, and there's 3 potential projects as well on top of it. So we have Star Wars Starfighter, which is kind of sad right now that it's the only Star Wars project that we have.
It is, but we're gonna get more. We're gonna get more, and I'm gonna talk about that in the next segment.
So, Star Wars Starfighter. We have Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. So we got our Sony movie. We're going to finish that trilogy up, but that's going to be phenomenal.
Exciting. Yep.
We have the Batman Part 2, which as of right now is Elseworlds, not DCU. Ah, that
I'm excited.
that that I can't say what I was supposed to say because I honestly don't know. We'll talk about it in a second. And then we have Avengers: Secret Wars, the end of the multiverse saga, which has honestly been a mess. So hopefully they can wrap it up nicely. Outside of that, we have some rumor stuff. Superman 2 is a possibility happening that year. And then we could potentially be having another Marvel project because I think they're going to be doing 2 movies in a year. So something else besides Secret Wars. And then we have our untitled DCU project, which at the moment, if they are doing Superman that year and then the Batman Part 2 becomes DCU, that'll be the 2. But if it's not the Batman Part 2, most likely I think it'll be Wonder Woman.
Interesting. Okay.
So,
There's a lot to unpack there,
what do you
Chad.
think about that list?
There's a lot to unpack there. We know that I'm excited for Star Wars Starfighter. We don't really know a ton about it. We know 3 people that have been cast. It was Ryan Gosling, Mia Goth, and what was that dude's name?
Matt Smith.
Who?
Matt Smith.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the 3 castings that we know for that movie. I don't really know anything about it other than that. We don't really know hardly anything. But I'm sure we might get a little something at D23. I don't know yet. It's so hard because that is 3 on the comic book side. That is 3 bangers coming out that year. 3 absolute bangers. And so I don't know out of the 3 what I'm more excited for. I think it's probably the Batman Part 2 if I'm really being honest. But Secret Wars is going to be good. I have high hopes for Secret Wars, bro. I really do. And we know Beyond the Spider-Verse is going to be a banger.
Yeah.
As for the rumored stuff,
And then
kind of excited.
if we get a sequel to Superman, that's going to be sick.
Yeah.
My only thing, if we're getting another Marvel project that year, I have no idea what it's going to be.
I have no clue.
I feel like it could potentially be... I feel like these are the potentials. It could either be a sequel to the Fantastic Four.
Ooh.
It could be Doctor Strange 3. It could be Black Panther 3. Or... Now, this one is a big stretch, possibly the X-Men.
Ooh. Really?
I don't think X-Men is likely. I think the other 3 are probably the big possibilities.
Interesting. See, my only thing with that is knowing that Fantastic Four is pretty much leading into Doomsday. I don't see why they would do a second one in between those 2. That doesn't make sense in my brain.
Well, I think what could happen...
What up, Neymar?
Because the film will definitely take place on Battleworld.
Mm-hmm.
It'll take place on Battleworld. But I think it'll end up having to do a lot with Franklin. And I don't know. I think that if you're doing something for the story, I think it either has to be them or Doctor Strange. That's really going to push it.
I kind of feel like Doctor Strange is the play. It's the only thing that makes any logical sense there, in my opinion. Chat,
Yeah, I agree.
Evan's internet is not helping him tonight. It is not.
No,
being
it's
friendly.
not. We need to replace. We need to replace our router.
Yeah. But yeah, I really feel like Doctor Strange is the only play. It's the only thing that makes sense, dude. But at the same time,
I agree.
because when we had Infinity War and we had Endgame, The only movie we got between the two was a prequel. And so if this isn't a prequel, I don't understand. Like, it just doesn't make sense. I don't know how it's going to fit.
Yeah, but it could set up a character that is very necessary to be in Secret Wars that we haven't got yet.
Like who? You have any thoughts?
Which is, it's like Captain Marvel, but see, that's the thing. That's kind of where, like, I'm thinking about, like, oh, bro, I just had a thought.
Spit it.
This is very unlikely. And I mean, like, extremely unlikely. What if we had a Kang movie?
So we still get Kang?
Because they said their biggest problem was they don't view him as a big enough villain. So imagine they bring in Doom, and then Kang is just, he's still a villain, but he's just not the big bad.
They do a whole Kang movie to have Doom at the end go destroy all of them. That would be a good setup. I also love Doctor Strange. Yeah. Especially the second one.
I did read earlier, or not read. I watched Josh's video earlier, and he was talking about the potential storyline for Doomsday. Now, it may not be the main story, but it seems like this is kind of where they're going with it for Secret Wars ish. But it seems like He Who Remains, basically, he took the timeline, the MCU timeline, and he took out, like, the characters who could not be in it, like the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, Doctor Doom and stuff. He took them all out of the original timeline. And the timeline that we have now, we've had for the entire time, has never been the real timeline. And that's why after Secret Wars, they're all going to get put back in, because it's going to be called Earth Prime. And it's going to be how it should have been.
Oh, so that's their soft reboot.
Yeah, it's going to be, we're going to put this back to where it should have started from before He Who Remains ruined
Screwed it up. So here's my question with that then.
And the reason he did that is because that's how he conquered it.
True. So here's my question with that. If they do that, and they still keep Hemsworth, okay? They bring back Evans. They bring back RDJ. Are we just going to get, like, a rehash of those movies? Or are we going to get new, completely different stories? And no more origins from those characters? You see what I'm asking? Because I don't feel like you should do origins for those characters at that point.
Biggest assumption would be that... My biggest thought would be that we wouldn't have origins for them.
Yeah.
It doesn't make the most sense to me. I do think that we'd get a lot more... Because, dude, there's so many stories that they can do. Like, there's been times where they had, like, the OG Avengers, but then they also have the West Coast Avengers, which they keep hinting at. Robert Downey Jr. keeps hinting at the West Coast Avengers. And, like, there's a lot you could do. And they have the whole supernatural side. They have the whole mutants that we never got. We have more Fantastic Four stories, more Spider-Man stories. I don't think we'll have to worry about it being a redoing of everything.
I get what you mean. I do have a question. This is kind of a you question.
Mm-hmm.
So, you and I have discussed the theories about how they're going to bring the Scarlet Witch back, right? Do you think if Doom brings her back and she doesn't die, do you think they're going to do something with her and Magneto when they go into the X-Men stuff?
Possibly. My thing is I don't know how long Ian McKellen's going to be around, because he's older. And if you're going to have him be playing Magneto, then you got to do it quick. But my only thing is I feel like you need to bring back Michael Fassbender as Magneto, and then he could possibly be your dad.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I would love to see it. I kind of feel like we need a Scarlet Witch movie. I think that would be a banger.
They've been talking about it for years. I don't know why we haven't got one.
Well, you gotta think they honestly just now made her the Scarlet Witch. Because she was
Which
good
is insane.
forever. Yeah, which I kind of feel like could play into the next. Is the next thing going to be the next phase, or what is it going to be at that point? Is it still going to be phase? Or are we just like
The
going
end
back
of
to
phase. No, I think it'll be a new phase. It'll probably be like
Okay.
phase. At that point, it might be phase 8.
New phase, but different timeline?
It might be phase 7 because this is phase 6. Yeah, I think this is phase 6.
Okay. So it'll be a
So
new phase,
yeah,
but
I think
different
the
timeline.
X-Men. Yeah, I think that'll start phase 7.
Okay. I'm excited for that too. I mean, see, that's my thing about the whole. Um, you know how they say Doom was always their plan? Here's my thing. Part of me, because that's like when they announced the Kang Dynasty and they announced Secret Wars. Doom at that point obviously wasn't in the cards. I don't know if he would have been for Secret Wars at that point. He could have been. But at that point, they weren't talking about the soft reboot. They weren't talking about ending it after Secret Wars. It kind of just feels like now they're doing that to go in a completely different direction. I really don't feel like that was always their plan. I really don't. Yo, what up,
Don't either,
Cayman?
to be honest.
What up, bro? Ladies and gentlemen,
It's good, man.
the goat editor is in the chat.
Oh, that's sick.
That's the goat. That's Theory's editor, bro.
It's good, bro.
Yep. Yes, sir. 616, grinding, baby. But yeah, I don't feel like, man. I don't feel like it was always their plan. It doesn't make sense. So I could be wrong, but
No, it seems all thrown together, and now they're kind of trying to make it seem like it was their plan.
yeah. Not that it can't be great. I think it will be, but it just seems like you said thrown together last minute type deal.
Yeah. All right, my brother. You want to introduce the next one?
Yeah, yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, the next one we're going to go ahead and get into our wish list for this year's D23, which is August 30th, I believe. That is the right one, right? Am I crazy? Did I jump over it?
Oh, you're good.
Yeah. We're glad you could be here too, bro. For real. So, here's the thing. I'm going to go ahead and start with a couple of things that I think we're going to get Star Wars wise at D23. And I think the most likely thing we're going to get at D23 for Star Wars is a trailer for the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. That trailer has been around for a while. At least a year, I'm pretty sure. Because, did they show it to the people last year at D23 in-house only? I think they did. I know they did it at Celebration. So, I'm pretty sure they did it once before. Because I saw some leaked images and stuff. So, I think that's the most likely thing. Because we're less than a year away from the film now. So, I really feel like we're going to get a trailer. I just hope it's good. I really just hope it's good. I think it will be. But, I mean, do you think we're going to get a trailer?
It'd be nice, especially with it coming out in less than a year. My only thing is I almost feel like they showed it way too early to not follow up with something now already.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong. I think the trailer they showed was only like a minute 15. So we could get a minute 30 to 2 minute trailer and get a little bit more than that original clip that they teased. But I mean, I don't know. I hope I hope we get it. If we don't get it, it doesn't really make sense to me. Um, so the other thing, I mean, I really feel like at D23 there's no way we don't get some sort of announcement. Because as of right now, all we got next year is Ahsoka. Actually, next year's not bad. It's post next year that we don't really know much about. All we know for 27 is the Star Wars Starfighters. So I kind of feel like they have to drop something. I mean, they have to tell us something's coming out the next year. It doesn't make any sense to not. If I'm dreaming, some sort of set images or anything like that for Ahsoka would be really, really cool. I'd love to see some, behind the scenes stuff for that. I would love it. I don't really think it's going to happen, but I would, of course, love it. I do think there's the potential to get a small teaser clip for the Maul series. I do think
Ooh.
that there's a shot. And the reason I say that is because, dude, they've been animating it forever. So there's a good chance we could get. I don't think we're getting a full blown trailer, but I do think there's a good chance we'll get something, and I think that would be very interesting and it would hit pretty hard. So, what do you think?
I'd be down for all of them.
Yeah,
I'm just eager to see more Star Wars
yeah.
news. It's something that, I know with Marvel and DC, it seems like we're getting news every single day. We don't ever get much of Star Wars, and I'm ready for something to come out for Star Wars.
I'm ready for it to get back to that. The nice thing is, if we were to get a couple of trailers, that would be good for content. That would be good for content because I could make some reactions. But I mean, you know what? I could see us getting the trailer. Now that I think about it, we could get the Visions 3 trailer because that comes out in October and we haven't seen anything. So we should get the Visions 3 trailer. And honestly, I would really love to get a trailer for the Ninth Jedi series that they're doing next year, which is a spin-off of Visions. I would really love to get that. That would be sick. But I'm not going to hold my breath on that one.
Interesting.
Does D23 do any gaming stuff?
I think some, yeah.
I think last year that's when they announced the whole big collab, the $1 billion collab with Epic Games, right? Is that where they did that?
I believe so.
I'd love some gaming announcements. I can't even lie to you.
Any word on Star Wars Eclipse?
We're gonna get that when I'm 37, bro. Like that.
Okay, so next year.
Yo. Oh my goodness. That's really how I feel. Like, dude, they haven't said anything about Eclipse. We haven't heard nothing else about Knights of the Old Republic, the remake. I don't know, man. Star Wars gaming's in a weird spot. EA's starting to only hone in on their own projects, so yeah. Lucasfilm and EA just do not know how to make their money when it matters. I mean, I can't disagree, man. I can't disagree. I think I've said my piece for my wish list.
All right. As far as Marvel goes, things I think that are likely to be shown, there's 2 projects left for the year. One comes out in September. That's Marvel Zombies. So we have a little over a month. I think we'll get a trailer. Comes out September 24th. It's going to be 4 episodes, and they're going to come out weekly. So I can see that as like a highly likely project that is shown. And then other than that, Wonder Man comes out in December. Don't really know too much about it. They teased it a little bit, but it's their last project of the year, and this is like their last chance to kind of showcase it about probably a little bit less than 5 months before. So those 2 I think we're going to get. As far as things I really want, and these are things that I would love to see get announced or teased, there's a lot of projects coming out early part of the year next year for Marvel, and I think it'd be cool because we got this last year. It'd be cool if we got a Daredevil season 2 teaser,
Okay.
Born Again season 2 teaser, or a release date, or both. Just something for it. I'd like to see something for that.
Ooh,
And yeah,
the teaser's just him and She-Hulk.
we did talk about this yesterday.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man. So if they tease anything for Daredevil, I think it'd be awesome. Uh, Kind of same boat for the Punisher special presentation, because the last time we saw the Punisher was in Born Again season 1. I don't know if it's going to come out before or after Born Again. My assumption is after. I think it's going to be Daredevil Born Again season 2, the Punisher special presentation, and then Brand New Day, which the Punisher is likely to be in all three.
Ooh.
So something for that. I at least want a date. Like, oh, when is this coming out so we can look forward. Um and then other than that, the only other project I like some information on. And this is because we don't have a date. We don't know if it's going to be earlier, if it's going to be summer or later. I think it's going to at least be earlier to summer. I want a release date for X-Men 97 season 2. That would give us something to look forward to other than Marvel Zombies for animation. Everybody loved season 1, and I'm looking forward to that show. So that's something that I think would be good. Something I think is highly unlikely that I'd love to have, and I think a lot of Marvel fans would love to have, is an updated MCU timeline outlook, like how they kind of do their phases. Because right now, the only things that we really have as far as movies is for this phase is Fantastic Four, Brand New Day, Doomsday, and Secret Wars. So I'd like to know if we're getting another film. I'd like to know when it's coming out, what it's going to be, and I'd like to know where the shows take place during those time.
Yeah.
So, do I think we're getting all of that? Absolutely not. I tend to be disappointed a lot when Marvel does their panels. Last year was cool. They did a lot of Daredevil stuff, and then they teased Captain America. They teased the Fantastic Four. Last year was a big year for Marvel. I hope that this year they can capitalize on what last year's was and do something good for it.
Here's my biggest problem is like, so D23, was it 2020 when they did the massive Star Wars announcements? Do you remember that?
During the pandemic?
I think it was.
Then maybe.
It might have been 21. It could have been 21. Either way, that was when they announced Ahsoka. That was when they announced... Dude, they announced everything, man. And I feel like for Star Wars fans, that got us expecting that at D23. And since then, it has been a complete letdown, it feels like, at D23. So I want them to hit us with something like that again. To give us those crazy... Oh, we got Bad Batch announced then. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick so I can read off everything that got announced.
I do think that they need to announce some Marvel games, like as far as if we're still getting Spider-Man 3 and Iron Man and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
If we're doing gaming. Read some of these chats. Welcome back, Taya. How you doing, sissy? Also, chat, I apologize for the service tonight. Need to replace the Wi-Fi routers. Kind of going out this past week a lot worse than normal. So, got to get that fixed.
Okay, it was yeah, it was 2022. So it's been 3 years.
Oh wow.
So it was Andor, Indiana Jones, The Mandalorian Season 3, Tales of the Jedi, The Bad Batch, Ahsoka, Skeleton Crew, and then we got like all kinds of other stuff, dude. Because we got like the Lando stuff that we never have seen. What was the other canceled project Um, it was the Republic show. I forget what it was called. Rangers of the New Republic. That got canceled.
Dude, I forgot about the Lando show. I was excited to see Donald Glover come back.
Well, see, now they've said that it's going to be a movie, and here we are. Still haven't heard anything. I think he was writing it. Oh, you're good, HC, bro. But yeah, so like I kind of just I want that. That's what I want at D23. I want 5 new Star Wars projects announced. You know, but the problem with that is when they've announced so many Star Wars projects and then canceled them, and it just drives me insane. But fans aren't getting excited for stuff if you're not talking about it. And it doesn't
No.
So like people say stop announcing stuff so prematurely, but on the other side of that coin, if you don't announce stuff, people aren't going to get excited and then they're not going to watch it. So it just makes
My only problem is I feel like where they're falling is they're announcing stuff, which is good, but then they don't talk about it at all after until it happens. It's like because it's either we just talk about it as fans forever. Like Marvel, we talk about everything all the time. We talk about it too much to a fault that people don't want to watch it anymore because they're like, oh, this is going to suck. Star Wars is the opposite. They announce it and then they don't talk about it ever again until about a month until it comes.
I mean, literally, they dropped, in my opinion, one of the greatest Star Wars gaming trailers of all time. And we have gotten nothing since.
What, Eclipse?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
Bruh.
I remember they announced Eclipse, and then what? It was like a few months later, and it got delayed for like 3 years.
Dude, Hunters was getting delayed insanely bad.
Because wasn't Eclipse
that game flopped?
Wasn't Eclipse originally going to come out? What was it, 27? And now it's coming out like 30.
I thought it was 26.
Oh, then it might be 26 and 29 because, yeah, dude, it got delayed forever.
And we haven't seen or gotten anything.
The setup is not inverted HD. I moved the camera over a little bit.
Hey, read that.
Problem is Kathleen is just a horrible president who doesn't know how to sort movies to release. And now they just make hella Rey movies. Yeah, I agree, Cayman. 1,000%. Rey needs to not be a character anymore. No offense to Daisy Ridley, you're fine. But no, I don't want her movies. I don't want a new Jedi Order with Rey. I don't want it. I'm upset. And Kathleen needs fired immediately. Give it to Dave.
I don't hate Kathleen because she's done a lot of good for the movie industry. But it needs to be given to Dave. I agree. Actually,
can't stand Kathleen.
Actually, give it to John.
I'd be fine with that.
Give it to John. Let Dave just play in his sandbox, do what he's doing. And honestly, I kind of feel like, you know who would be really good at it, to be given a Star Wars project? Whitwer.
That would be sick.
Give Whitwer a project. That dude loves Star Wars. He's literally one of the people who knows the lore more than almost anybody. So give Whitwer a project, bro.
I honestly feel like I feel the same about Freddie Prinze Jr. If you put Freddie Prinze Jr. on a Star Wars project as well, I think that could be awesome. But,
yeah, would be sick, man. Oh,
Kathleen tries to patch it. Anything she just makes it. Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like Freddie Prinze is going to be in Ahsoka Season 2 at some point.
I hope so, bro. I want to see Kanan.
I mean, like I told you, there was the Easter egg in Season 1 where he was in the picture. But, yeah, I mean, I think he will be. I really think he will be, yeah.
So, you and I have a very high expectation list for 2 weeks from now.
Very high expectations. And I wouldn't even
So
say
if
that
you
it's high
guys,
expectations. I think it's more just as a fandom, we need it right now. Especially
yeah,
Star Wars.
my big thing is as a Marvel fan, I think that I don't get how you can tease all this supernatural stuff. I know it's supposed to show up after Secret Wars, but how are you teasing all of this stuff now and then you give us nothing? I'd like to see something about teasing the Midnight Suns in the future.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You tell them, HD. That was
I
a
will say.
Battlefront 3 announcement.
I
That was a
will say.
Battlefront 3 announcement.
I do think they could do some sort of tease or maybe kind of give a better in-depth announcement about the Epic Games collab thing they're doing. They could talk about that.
Yeah, that hasn't really been like a massive thing yet.
It hasn't, but they spent $1 billion on it. I mean, there's no way they just let that money just go.
Yeah, they seem at the moment it just seems like they waste $1 billion on something that never happens, and then they don't give us what we want as fans.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's no way. But
And
the
then you
thing
got
about that
Disney trying to pay
collab,
$1 billion for Doomsday.
dude, the thing about that collab is I don't really understand what they're trying to do with it. They've never really talked about it, but it's supposed to be
No,
everything: Marvel, Star Wars, Pixar. So, I mean, they're doing something. Disney, like Disney princesses, castles, all that stuff. But they just haven't said
unless
what.
it's just them, unless it's just them giving us more skins and stuff in Fortnite, because like, dude, they got the Fantastic Four skins when that movie dropped. Like normally that doesn't happen.
$1 billion for skins, bro.
Dude, Disney's stupid half the time.
There's no way. Well, no, because they were talking about creating a whole new thing in Unreal Engine. So there's no way it's just skins. That doesn't make any sense. Would it shock
Think
me if
about
they
this
did something
too.
stupid? No, but
Think about this. In the last 2 years, they have paid $2 billion for an Epic Games collab and Doomsday.
yep,
$2 billion on two things.
2 bill. They act like they're buying some UCF Death Stars or something.
Could you imagine owning $2 billion worth of those Death Stars?
Are they even gonna make $2 billion worth of those Death Stars? That's a good question. I don't. You know how many that is, bro? They're 1,000
That's a lot.
apiece.
Holy crap.
That's a lot, dude, if they did that. That's crazy.
But if you guys do want to hear our reviews and reactions to D23, make sure you come back in about a couple weeks for that episode.
For sure. And honestly, chat, if there's any crazy announcements, I'm probably, and Evan's probably going to do the same. We're probably going to make videos on it. So stay tuned for that
yeah.
as well. Yeah.
So, on to the next segment. We started this last week. Basically, Trey and I and HD, who's in the chat, we all play Marvel Rivals a lot. I'm sure there's other you guys who do as well. But we started talking about it last week. If there was a DC Rivals. So in this segment, we are picking who we would like to have on an opening roster for Marvel Rivals if the game were to ever happen. And we talked about it because James Gunn says he's very open to the idea of this game if it were to happen. And obviously he's the head of DC Studios and it very well could happen. So there was initially 33 members in the Marvel Rivals roster. So that's what we're going to be doing with this one as well. We are drafting until we get 33 members. Each week, we are going to be doing a draft back and forth, picking members to add to the roster, and we each get 3 picks. And until the final week, when I think that one of us will get 2 and the other one person gets 1. But that's what we're going to be doing. So tonight, we are going to recap real quick who we did last week, and then we're going to add our next 6. So the first 6 that we had last week, we had Robin, Dick Grayson's Robin. We had Batman, Superman, The Flash, Wonder Woman, and Green Lantern. So now we're moving on to number 7.
Me to go first?
Huh?
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
All right. So I thought a little bit about this, and I think we've talked about it. I don't think he just said it, but we're going to do villain theme for this week. I think that was our original plan, right? Okay, so
Yep.
I'm going to go Darkseid. I think you got to have Darkseid in the game.
He brought in a big villain.
Yeah. Well, but again, I mean, you kind of really can't have that game without him in the game.
I honestly feel like this game, too, it'll feel like a more OP version of Marvel Rivals because DC is always more OP than Marvel as far as... Because Marvel tries to ground their characters a little bit more. Like, obviously, they still have, like, gods and celestials and stuff like that, but DC is just a whole other level. Oh. So Darkseid being in this game, pretty solid. I feel like this is an obvious pick, but I'm not going to pick him, to be honest, right now. Because the person who I think would be sick in this game, especially as a villain, give me Deathstroke.
Ooh, okay.
Got Slade from the Teen Titans, especially if we do that Teen Titans theme.
Yeah.
So give me Deathstroke.
Let's see, man. Knowing that DC wise, my next 2 are probably going to be Batman villains because I'm a big Batman fan. Was that one? Was that the one you were saying was obvious that you weren't going to take? Okay, so then I might as well take him then. All right, give me Bane, baby.
Bane.
That's not it.
That was not who I. See, that was gonna be my next pick, but that's not who I was talking about. That's cool. I like that you picked Bane. Bane would play very similar to the Hulk.
Yeah. Here's the
thing. Instead of being juiced up on Gamma, he's juicing up on Venom.
Which was the which movie was it that had Bane back in the day?
Batman and Robin.
Was it Batman and Robin?
Yep, because him and Poison Ivy were working together.
That's right. That's what I want. I want massive Bane. Big giant Bane. That's what I want. So yeah. I don't know I don't know who you were thinking then. Because that was who I thought you were thinking.
I'm thinking about somebody who's right there. That's who I thought you were going.
Okay.
That's who I thought you were going. I don't want to just overload it with Batman villains, though. It's so easy to do, which right now we only have 1. So he'll probably end up making the list, but there's 2 Batman villains. Actually, no. To be honest, I'd put every Batman villain in this game if I could. Just to keep it...
And they'll probably end
just
up
to keep it... To keep it balanced, though, I won't pick another Batman villain for my next pick. With my next pick, I'm actually going to go with Reversed Flash.
Ooh, okay.
That way you have somebody to kind of counteract the Flash.
I like that. I'm going to pick one, but you need to explain how they would do it because you explained it to me before. So I'm going to go with Lex Luthor.
Oh, okay. So he's going Lex. Basically, if you did Lex, you would have to have him use his battle suit.
Yeah.
Because he's all brain. He's not he can have a gun. To be honest, it would probably play... I think him in his base form when he doesn't have his suit, he'd probably end up being a lot like like Bruce Banner's Hulk when he's just shooting. And that's it'd be like that because he's kind of weak. Something I think would be sick though for Lex, because he's smart and he's got money. This would be a little bit time consuming, and I don't know if they do this in the game. What would be cool though is if like when he does upgrade, like he has like his ultimate, it'd be cool if he had part of his battle, of his battle suit, and then the longer he's in that suit, he starts to build his suit, and then he can end up getting his full on like battle powered suit. I think that'd be sick.
That could be kind of sick. Yeah.
So, oh man, I'm between two right now. I think a big reason why I'm not going with him is because he's just very, very simple.
Yeah.
He'd almost be like he'd kind of play, except for his ultimate. I have no idea what his ultimate would be, but play wise, he'd almost feel like the Winter Soldier.
Really?
I think, or like Hawkeye. Like you give him like something to shoot, and you give him like a crowbar. But you know, I honestly think for my last pick, I'm not going with him.
Mm-hmm.
For my last pick, I'm going Mr. Freeze.
Ooh. Yeah.
I think that would be awesome to see in the game.
They bring back Arnold to do the voice.
Oh. Okay. I have a pick. I have two picks for next time. I thought about somebody. We only. Yeah. Oh, man, this is tough. We've already got 12 of our picks though.
That's a chunk. Do you want to go over them?
Yeah.
The 12
So
total?
everybody, these are the 12 again. We have Dick Grayson's Robin. We have Batman, Superman, The Flash, Wonder Woman, and Green Lantern. And then we got Darkseid. We got Deathstroke, Bane, Reverse Flash, Lex Luthor, and Mr. Freeze.
Dude, that's
Honestly,
some banging picks.
the villain picks went very differently than I thought they were going to be honest. Because out of those picks, we only really have two Batman villains.
Yeah, you did not think I was taking Darkseid, did you?
Oh no, and see my brain was going to Bane, but I didn't know you were going to go Bane as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Bane's
That's
cool,
sick
bro.
though. I like it.
Dude, Mr.
I like
Freeze
this.
was a good pick. I wasn't thinking about that, but that's yeah. That's a good pick.
Dude, seeing him in a game, I would flip if we saw Mr. Freeze and
I
got
don't
to be able
really
to
know.
use his freeze
I
ray.
don't really know what they could do with Penguin. I mean, what do you think?
He can have an army of penguins.
I mean, Poison Ivy, they could do some stuff with. She could be cool.
She was a person I was thinking of. Her and Clayface.
Ooh, see, I don't know too much about Clayface.
Oh, Clayface is sick. He just turns into like a giant pile of clay, but he can form into any shape, any type of weapon. He's very similar to Sandman, but he's clay.
I have a couple cool ones for next week. Are we going back to heroes? Is that what we're doing?
Do we want to go back, or do we want to kind of like mix?
We could mix. That's fine.
Because, dude, I got a couple heroes I'm thinking of, but there's a couple villains that'd be sick as well.
Yeah.
There's one hero that's specifically on my mind right now, but I'll save that.
Me too.
I'll save that. All right, everybody. So last week we did a mystery segment for the very first time, and it was Trey asking me a question. And the question he had asked me is who I thought would be better in their opposite city, between Batman or Spider-Man, if Batman's in New York City or if Spider-Man's in Gotham City. So, for a little bit of a recap, I thought Batman would do better in New York City. But tonight, we have a Star Wars themed question. Okay. This is it. If you had the choice between seeing a series of Starkiller in the Star Wars universe, like full on arc, you see him become Vader's apprentice. You see him become,
Canon?
Yes, canon. He becomes Vader's apprentice. He ends up being the son of Mortis and all of that. So you get a series, not a movie, not movies. So a full series, one season. We'll go 12 episodes.
Okay.
Or you get how am I going to do this? A trilogy a trilogy of Cal Kestis that would be canon, what would you pick? And what do you think fans would be more excited about? Seeing a full-on arc of Starkiller. Actually, here, since when we gave Cal a trilogy, we'll give Starkiller 2 seasons.
Okay. So 24 episodes, or would you cut it down to like 16, 8 apiece? 24.
We'll go 20 episodes, 10 and 10.
Okay. So 20 episodes of Starkiller or 3 movies for Cal.
Yep.
That's interesting because you're bringing them both to the screen. Man, I really feel like the answer has to be Starkiller. I think it really has to be Starkiller because at that point you're bringing him into canon. When those games were phenomenal, I still think you'd have to water him down a little bit. But the thing with Cal is he's already canon. So to do a trilogy, I mean, you're gonna have to completely. I mean, are you turning those into movies, or are you giving him 3 new stories?
3 new stories on top of the games that he already has, which they'll probably do a third one, right?
They are doing a third one, yeah.
So you get 3 additional stories on top of his 3 stories now, and you get Cameron Monaghan to come play him. So which video game character basically are you going to bring to the live action? You bring in Whitwer, or you bring in Monaghan?
Bro, I have to go Whitwer.
See, my thing is too though, because technically, since Cal is canon, you don't have to water him down.
No, you don't.
How are you going to feel about a watered down Starkiller?
See, to answer your second question, because it was how, like, which do you think majority of the fans would be more happy for? Majority of the fans at this point would probably more than likely be happier for Cal. And I think that's because it's just a more modern thing and it's more poppin' somewhat at the moment. But I think it would be a lot more hardcore Sweat fans that love Starkiller that would be more for that, and I fall into that category, and I think you probably do too, in a way, because I know you love them games too. So,
oh yeah,
that's a tough one. It's interesting. It's interesting. The thing is, I like both, and I would be happy with both. But when you're given the red and blue pill, it's kind of it's a little tougher than it seems.
Starkiller's the red and Cal's the blue.
Man, I probably would still take Starkiller because I think I would be more interested in because that's the thing. Starkiller is not canon, right? And so I'd be more interested in learning about him being Vader's apprentice, learning about him becoming the son of Mortis, and all of that stuff, than like with Cal. His game, when it's said and done, there's going to be a trilogy of his games. I can just play the games. You know what I mean?
Would it change your opinion if they made those like those games live action? Just they took those stories and made them live action.
I think at that point, it would make me want Starkiller even more.
I agree.
Because at that point, I already have the stories. And so
this is true.
I would rather just get something new with Starkiller than Cal. But, I mean, don't take me wrong. I would love a trilogy. Because that's the thing. With Star Wars, I just want movies, man.
See, that's the thing, too. That's the thing, too. I knew it'd make the question harder for you by throwing in that it's a trilogy. Because you're always talking about the next trilogy. And I'm like, oh, yeah. It's got to be a trilogy.
Because with Star Wars, man, we need... Trilogy is just such a big thing for Star Wars. Like, it's been... I mean, we have 3 of them. right? And so not having any trilogies right now kind of sucks. And so that would be the only reason I'd lean toward that one. But
I also kind of asked that question because I knew you just got off your Gotham kick, and I was like, oh, he just watched a bunch of Cameron Monaghan for 5 seasons. So who we
on
picking
and
for that?
off,
But yeah,
he was in and out, but he was good. He was good.
yeah.
Yeah, he
I think
was.
I'm kind of in the same boat as you. Uh, Growing up playing the Force Unleashed games and seeing Star Killer and all that, I would probably lean towards him, especially with Whitwer being who he is. But man, there's part of me that really wants to see Cal.
Yeah, I get that. I think I'm just such a big, I'm just such a big fan of Whitwer, and I feel like to get him to play in live action and play Starkiller would just be a dream come true, man. It really would be a dream come true. Now, on another topic, it would also be a dream come true to have him on our podcast because I have had that thought a lot about Sam Witwer being one of my dream guests. That is absolutely a fact. That would be incredible.
That would be sick.
Yeah, this is actually a question, like kind of somewhat off topic. When we get to that point that we're starting to have celebrity guests on, because I know we're going to get there, because full confidence, baby, right? How would our podcasts? How would those go? Is that just going to be the main focus of the whole 2 hours? Is that person, or like how would that work?
I almost feel like it's hard to do a full 2 hours with them because it's like you're going to run out of questions unless you're just having a really good. And plus, they may not have 2 hours.
That's
It
true.
depends. If they're willing to give 2 hours, then yeah, me and you were coming up with 2 hours worth of questions and stuff to do. If
Yeah,
they only have 30 minutes, we'll make it the best 30 minutes that we possibly can, and then we're going to do something else. I think it kind of just depends on the person. Because if you had somebody, for instance, just for example, like Robert Downey Jr., I doubt he has 2 hours time to come sit on a podcast.
no,
He might have
an
15
hour.
minutes.
Well, a lot of them do an hour. So if we were to be able to get an
But he's
hour,
big.
well, yeah, we can't afford.
Because, no, he got $1 million for a 5 minute. Oh, no, for a 1 minute Ironheart infomercial thing. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, I honestly. And this is going to sound crazy. And I think it's just because of the fact that, like, I've actually got to meet him. I'd love to have Charlie Cox on the podcast.
I
That's
knew where
like,
you were going.
I know that. I know there's a lot of people who are bigger than that to put on a podcast. But personally, I would love to just sit there and talk with Daredevil. Like, and actually get to talk to him more than what I got to interact with him the 2 times I met him. And especially because he's a very genuine, down person, from what I could tell when I met him. And I was just like, I'd love to have him.
Yeah, Ashley Eckstein for me would be Ashley Eckstein would definitely be one of my dream guests on the podcast. Especially the fact that one, I have a Star Wars channel. Two, I've met her and I think she is one of the nicest celebrities you'll probably ever meet in your life. Rosario would be sick. Hayden, man, Hayden Christensen, bro. Ewan.
Based off of his autograph price, I don't know how much Hayden would cost.
Well, the crazy thing is a lot of them don't charge anything. They just want to know your channel a little bit first. Like, they don't want to come on here and just get hounded. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Which I totally understand. But
Genuinely curious if y'all would want any Harry Potter actors on here. Absolutely. If we had the opportunity to, it'd be awesome.
yeah,
We don't really talk Harry Potter. We both love Harry Potter, though.
yeah,
But if I had an opportunity to interview Daniel Radcliffe or like Ray Fiennes, like, yeah.
yeah.
Now, if we're talking newer people, I don't know yet. I haven't seen the show. So, the only thing we saw was Bonnie Wright.
That's all I gotta say.
I'll tell you what. We will have Tom Felton on the podcast, and we will personally invite Drea and Taya.
I feel like we'd have to.
If we don't, then we're not real friends.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like we'd have to.
Yeah, Taya gets to meet Bonnie next month.
You know what? Really quick, because we actually kind of have a couple of minutes. Give me your top 5 dream guests out of DC and Marvel.
Out of DC and Marvel? Okay, so I gotta really think about it. Charlie Cox is number 1. I said that
Really?
already.
Okay.
That I'd love to talk to Charlie Cox. I feel like Kevin Feige has to be on the list.
It's kind of hard not to.
See, my thing about Tom Holland, I'd love to talk to Tom Holland, but Tom Holland doesn't really like this.
Really?
He's not about. It's very rare that he comes on a podcast or like does a show. He likes his private life, so I doubt we'd get him. That's why I'm not going there. But if I could get a Spider-Man, it'd be Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
So, see, I need to think about some DC stuff though, because I'm like, we need DC. James Gunn would be cool. And then, if I could have one more, this might. Oh man, I can only do one more because my brain's on like 3 different people. But I think the one that I would go for, and there's a reason behind it, Henry Cavill.
Really?
Because he is a genuine nerd. He loves all stuff like this. See, my brain was going between him or Robert Pattinson, but also Christian Bale. But yeah, I think I'd go Henry Cavill.
Dude, my 5 would be hard. Sam Witwer's got to be on it. George Lucas has to be, but I don't see that. I don't really see a shot in that because he doesn't do it. So I'm not going to include George for that reason. I would. George Lucas, I mean, if you see this and you want to be on our podcast, we will clear time for you. I promise. We will find it. We will find it. But so I'm going to leave him off for that. So Sam Witwer for sure because I know he does it. Hayden, I feel like has to be on there. Man. Katie Sackhoff would be cool. Ashley. I'm going to go Ashley at my 3. What?
Just so you can tell you're part of the Percentage Club?
Oh, yeah. Part of the 2% Club. 100%. Can't believe I just said that on the internet. That's crazy. Let's see. So who do I have? Witwer, Ashley, and who? Hayden.
And then you got George.
Well, I'm leaving George off because it's kind of like Tom Holland. It's probably
did you say Dave?
No, I did not. Dave would be cool, but I don't know if I'm going to put him in my 5.
Oh, what about Timothy Zahn?
Ooh, that could be interesting.
Writer of Heir to the Empire. Dude, you'd get to go into the mind of the guy who created Heir to the Empire.
The guy who created Thrawn, bro.
That'd be sick.
Zahn would be sick, but I don't think he does this kind of thing, which is also another unfortunate thing. I would probably, in my 4 and 5 spot, give me the Kenobi twins, bro. Ewan and James Arnold Taylor.
Ooh.
Ewan and James Arnold Taylor. James Arnold Taylor does this kind of thing. Ewan, I think, would be a little bit harder. Ewan and Hayden would be difficult to get to be on the podcast. The other 3 do podcasts a lot. So that'd probably be, I mean, I pretty much said like 7 or 8, but you know, there's a lot of people that me and Evan would love to. And out of yours, I actually kind of think the one I would want the most would probably be James Gunn.
James Gunn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially right now.
I was about to say literally word for word that it's the start of the universe. Like it'd be cool,
Yeah.
man. But oh, Grant Gustin would be Taya's choice. Grant Gustin would be cool. See, I think after Stranger Things, I've been debating what I'm gonna watch. I'm thinking I might watch The Flash.
Ooh,
I
what
don't know
about
yet though.
creator-wise?
Oh, well, okay. Outside of the boys, because we got Popcorn and Pixels, we got
Yeah.
Doug and Cam, and then we got Connor and Dylan.
Yep.
So outside of the boys,
Josh, the Den of Nerds.
yep,
Theory, Star Wars
the
Theory.
Escape Pod.
Did you see that? Chat, what is going on?
It knows it's my birthday.
Bro, this
My
is
birthday is
crazy. I'm just getting random balloons, bro. All right, so those
Oh,
two. Star Wars Meg. Star Wars Meg would be cool. Her and I have interacted a lot on Twitter, so she would be really cool to have on. The Escape Pod Boys. Yeah, you're right. Dude, Carly King would be sick.
and we met her.
We met her. We have met her. That she would be really cool.
I'll meet her again.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel it. Yeah. What about you? Besides the Escape Pod Boys.
Not gonna lie, bro. I don't. I don't really watch a ton of other content creators.
Yeah. Oh, Vader's Order. I
But
forgot about Vader's Order.
there is a guy. I forget his last name. I can't pronounce it. But he works for this page called Variant Comics. That's just, and his name is Eris. I follow a lot of his content, and I like him a lot. He's cool. He's also a Yankees fan. He's cool. Obviously the Escape Pod. We have Soups would be cool.
Soups would be cool.
Um,
I feel like you would have
yeah,
to go with
probably.
Josh too.
Yeah, Josh would be cool. And then, maybe like Eric Voss or somebody from New Rockstars.
Ooh, Eric Voss. Yeah, Eric Voss would be a sick one to have on our podcast, bro.
I just want to know how they make their content.
Yeah, their content's incredible, dude.
Like, how the heck do you get that kind of content coming out that fast?
Yeah, how do they get the clips, bro?
Like, they must have a deal with Disney.
Dude, I don't know, man. But they do it for everything.
I know, but it's like,
Yeah, they make very good content. You know another thing they do well? They make very good merch. They make very good merch.
I need to figure merch out. That honestly, it's one of the things, because I can be very creative when it comes to content, and I can do like thumbnails and stuff. I cannot make t-shirts worth to save my life, other than like my business shirts. My business shirts, it's literally just the logo I made, which is cool. But like making a logo for like nerd stuff, it gives me a headache.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, we got about 20 minutes to dive into the last one.
All right,
this
ladies
is
and
your
gentlemen.
segment, my brother.
This it's a little bit of a dry time right now as far as big topics, and this movie does not even come out for about a little less than a year.
That'd be sick, HG. Look at that.
All my company hats stuff I make. Ooh, that'd be awesome, HD.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We can like throw some stuff together when you're here and just kind of brainstorm.
For sure.
Sick. All right, go ahead. My bad.
Hey, cool. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
So, this movie does not even come out for about 11 months, but it is Spider-Man Brand New Day. And I did a video recently about everything we know so far, but we're going to be talking about, because there's even more news that's come out. So, we're going to be diving into it tonight. So, you got any questions? You got any comments? Let me know, and tell me to shut up when I need to shut up, because I will talk forever about this film. Please invite me to this movie, Marvel and Sony.
Please.
Please. Yeah. So, starting off, with the confirmed characters. I know this is about to be breaking news to everybody. Tom Holland is in this movie as Spider. So
Oh my goodness.
so we got Tom Holland. We
He just
have
goes,
Mark
Andrew
Ruffalo.
Garfield.
I'd lose my mind. We got Mark Ruffalo returning as the Hulk. We have John Bernthal as the Punisher. We have Sadie Sink in an undisclosed role. We don't know yet. We have Zendaya as MJ. We have Jacob Batalon coming back. We have Lisa Cologne Zayas role, probably Miles' mom. Just saying, or probably not. Miles can't show up until like 2028, so it may not even be her. And then we also have why am I blanking on his name? It's the Scorpion.
Oh.
Can't think of his name.
He was in Better Call Saul. I can't remember his name. Dagnabbit.
Yeah, anyways, Scorpion's coming back for this film. So that's all of the confirmed people. Most likely, at least from set photos, it's looking a lot like Sadie Sink is going to be Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, I very much have that thought as well.
Think it's a big possibility. Her wardrobe looks like that. If it is, it's kind of crazy. She'll be the third redhead to play a blonde Gwen Stacy. Because we had Bryce Dallas Howard, we had Emma Stone, and now we will have Sadie Sink if she is Gwen Stacy.
Bryce Dallas Howard?
Spider-Man 3.
Oh my lord. I never realized that's who that was.
I'm not going to lie, bro. They all killed as blondes.
Dude. Bro,
they all killed as redheads,
I'm going to be honest with y'all, chat. Emma Stone. Emma Stone would be an awesome one to have on the podcast. Yeah, dude, Emma Stone. I am in love with Emma Stone. I'm just gonna, throw that out there.
Yeah, dude, I'm not gonna lie. I might be falling in love with Sadie Sink.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you.
We'll see what happens. But anyway, so what?
Chat. I'm calling it now. We're gonna get to that premiere. Evan is going to be doing some small interviews with people he's going to interview her, and they're going to go on a date.
Oh, man.
Chat.
Hey, fun fact. HD is in love with Fergie. That's the fun fact. No, the fun fact is I've never dated a redhead. Maybe it's time.
Maybe it's
Sadie,
time.
I'm shooting my shot. It's time. You will root for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Ooh.
Just saying.
She shows up with a Lakers jersey.
She shows up with like a Knicks shirt. It's not happening. It's not happening. Or Celtics. Nah. Anyways, back to the main
making
thing.
up reasons.
Nah, listen here. You gotta love Jesus.
That's it, baby.
And you can't be rooting for the Knicks or the Celtics. Absolutely not. Okay, anyways. So, villain-wise, oh my goodness. So, obviously, we talked about Scorpion. Scorpion will be a villain in this film. I don't know. They've said that there's going to be so many different main villains of this film. They said the Hulk could be the main villain at one point. They said the Scorpion. We heard rumors about Mr. Negative. I don't know if that's still happening. There's rumored to be two bigger villains. One's going to be a female, like a Japanese-styled villain. I don't know if she's a brand new character or what. It's been rumored to be Silver Samurai and the Viper, which both of those are X-Men villains. No idea. Some smaller villains rumored to be in this film are Tombstone. We have the Tarantula. We have Ramrod, and there may have been one, Boomerang. So we have like 4 lower villains who I think could be in this film. And there's a lot of rumors, especially because there's a lot of different toys that are being made for this movie that have, like, literally, it got spoiled the other day that the Hulk's going to be Savage Hulk again because of a toy. It literally says Savage Hulk, Spider-Man Brand New Day. So,
really?
We know. Yeah, so we know. And we talked about this. The way he's going to be the Savage Hulk, we'll have to see, because I really do think it's going to be Mr. Negative, but now they're saying he's not even in the film. So who knows? We know that... Oh, I did see something today, though. The newest possible villain for this film is actually Alistair Smythe, who he ends up being the Spider Slayer. He creates these Spider Slayer bots, and it could be pretty cool.
That's actually
I
kind
don't
of
know.
interesting.
I don't know how the Hulk ties into this. To be honest, it's kind of out there, but I'll take it, especially if it means that we get a good version of the Hulk back.
Yeah.
Like, it's been a while since he's been a bearable character.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
If we're supposed to be getting the Hawk, could we get Scar?
Maybe.
I feel like if we do, it won't be in a crazy big role. It would just be like when we finally see Hawk and what he's doing, he'll be there with Scar, and then he'll just go on his own and do whatever. Because he's not Savage Hawk yet, right? He's still
No. He's still Professor Hulk. My big thing, and I don't know if this is the case, but Marvel has talked about there's characters that were introduced before that we will never see again. Scar may be one of them.
why?
He didn't get received well by fans, but that's not our fault. That's
No,
Marvel's fault. They
that's not our
and the
fault,
and they butchered the World War Hulk storyline, especially putting half of it in Thor.
bro. Homie was balding. Whose fault is
Yeah,
that?
he looked like a monk, bro.
Dude, I'm telling you, the CGI in that show I did not think was good at all.
No, it brought it down a ton.
Dude, looking back on it,
So
that show's worse than I remembered, and I thought it was trash.
I the best parts were Daredevil.
Well, besides walking home with
I'm
no
not meaning
shoes
that
on,
part. The
walking
walk
home
of
with no
shame.
shoes on, and walk of shame after doing the dirty.
Yeah.
Brand
So
new day, bringing back OG Hawk for sure. Yeah, 100%.
yeah, I think it'll be good too. So I'm looking forward to that. I just don't know how he fits in yet. Um, there will be at the moment. It seems like there's going to be a fight between Spider-Man, the Punisher, and the Hulk. Um, I feel like it's going to kind of remind us a little bit of like the OG Avengers movie when like Cap, Iron Man, and Thor all fight each other because it's like they don't know each other,
Mm-hmm.
and this I think it's going to be like that. We could be getting a scene from the comics like how the Hulk remembers who Peter is because nobody knows who Peter is, but the Hulk does. There's a scene straight out of the comics where the Hulk knows but Banner doesn't. It'd be an awesome scene. We could be getting a scene where if it is the Spider Slayer, I think this scene is actually more likely now because if the Spider Slayer is in this movie and basically almost kills Peter, I think we're gonna get that shot like we got from Civil War where Peter's almost dead and the Punisher's carrying him in and he's like, "We need a medic." He's carrying in like an almost dead Peter Parker. It's either gonna be the Hulk or Alistair Smythe who ends up almost killing Peter and then he's gonna have to get like healed. But then he might get healed. Now this is more of a theory. He might get healed by the Venom symbiote.
Ooh,
They're gonna pull a page from the Spider-Man 2 video game, and the symbiote's gonna save his life. Ooh,
so
I'm
so
cooking.
do you still think that? So go ahead and give your little theory about the MJ stuff, about the
Oh,
reverse.
so I've mentioned this in the past because right now it's been said multiple times that Peter and MJ, their relationship is officially over in this film, and it's not even going to be mentioned. So I don't really know where that's going to go. But the reason why it's confusing is it says that Zendaya is still going to have a very important in this film. And my theory now, obviously in the comics, one of the biggest impacts on Peter's life was the death of Gwen Stacy, and she died. It changed who he was, and like he basically it was a life altering moment. I think what could happen is I don't know what villain does it, but I think it's very likely that, especially if we're getting Gwen Stacy, because Gwen Stacy normally shows up earlier in Peter's life, and then MJ shows up later. But we had MJ first, and now if Gwen Stacy's showing up, so it could be MJ ends up dying to some villain, crushes Tom, and then later on, Gwen ends up being his girlfriend.
Interesting. Interesting. I think it could be
So
true. Do you want to read those couple
It'd be
of?
very emotional.
Oh yeah. Read the second one up first.
Uh, what interests me is that we don't know 100% who the big bad is yet. I agree. I think part of me, because they're naming literally like 30 people a week who's going to be in this film, and I feel like half of them are not going to be coming true because I think they're just trying to throw us off, which is honestly not a bad thing because this is going to be an important film for them. It's the first Spider-Man film without an Iron Man suit. It's going to be the first one without him really having a. He's on his own. There's other people in this film, but I don't think they're going to be his mentor. I think they're mainly going to be like just they're going to be his allies because even Daredevil was rumored to possibly be in this film as like an ally.
Really?
I read the other day. I haven't made this in an update yet, but they're trying really hard to make it to where Kingpin is in a movie, in a Spider-Man movie. So it might be Spider-Man 5 or 6, but
So
they're trying to get the rights to him. I think we should make a deal right now on this channel. If they get the rights to Kingpin and they put him in the movie, you shave your head and your beard, and you get to be in for. Or you get a bald cap and shave your beard, and you can be in for Halloween.
I'll tell you what. I'll do you one better. If they make that deal, and we get to go to the premiere of the movie that Kingpin is in, I will go as Kingpin. To the premiere.
Okay. Everybody clip that.
Everybody clip that.
And then the second comment, Peter probably going to have the struggles with MJ trying to move away from it. Yeah, I agree. I think it's going to be messing with him. He's going to have a really hard time for a lot of this movie, I think, which very Spider-Man like because nobody in this world knows him other than the people who he's going to have to reintroduce himself. Because there was a set photo that came out the other day. Mr. Delmar, who is from the earlier movies, like Peter's wearing a Delmar's Deli shirt. So my hope though, I hope he doesn't work there the whole time. Or maybe he'll have two jobs. I'd love to see him be a photographer. Really bad. I want him to be a photographer. That needs to happen. We haven't seen it yet.
I just had a post-credit scene thought. What if the post-credit scene in this movie is where we get to see him see RDJ as Doom?
It's possible. I did read earlier today what might end up happening, because this is what happened with No Way Home for Multiverse of Madness. It's very possible that one of the post-credit scenes for Spider-Man Brand New Day is the trailer for Doomsday.
Really?
It's very possible.
So like a 2-minute trailer as the post-credit scene at the end of the movie?
So you got to think at that point we'll have 5 months, and they're going to go heavy on the marketing.
As they should. They've already put $1 billion into the movie, dog.
Yeah, so
insane.
So that's possible. He could end up seeing Doom at the end.
Interesting. Okay.
I do think, as far as this film goes, especially with the Punisher, in order for the Punisher to do anything in this film, he's going to upgrade his suit. He's going to have some like heavy Stark tech or something to take on the Hulk. I know his battle van's going to be. It was on set, and there's actually a set photo of Spider-Man literally on top of the hood, and the Punisher is sitting in it, and he has a gun pointed at Spider-Man's face.
Ooh, dude,
it looks sick.
The closer we get, the more excited I am for this movie. I genuinely think they have huge potential for this to kind of put them back on track. I feel like this year did a good job, but that movie could just be another level.
I think it will be another level, especially because this year, at least in our opinion, we thought this was a phenomenal year for films. They actually all of them felt good, all three of them. And only having one more before a big event, it's got to be another level. But it's Spider-Man, so I think it will be.
Yeah. And also, like, we've talked about this. What's next year's setup again? Like, or what's next year's comic book movie stuff? We got
we have Supergirl, Spider-Man, Clayface, and Doomsday.
That's a big four. I still think 27
it's a big four.
Looks crazier.
Oh yeah, yeah, bro. 27 right now is definitely bigger with Star Wars Starfighter, Beyond the Spider-Verse, Batman, and Secret Wars. And then we don't even have the other 3 potential films. Like
Yeah.
you're talking about 7 possible films.
And a potential
There
for
won't be any
Superman
dry
2.
there won't be a dry spell in 2027.
No. Especially with
We'll be
shows and
talking about
stuff too.
content all year.
Oh
Oh, it's
yeah.
going to be crazy.
Yeah. It's gonna be sick.
But as far as big news, oh, another minor detail. There may be another villain in the film. There was a rhino prop like head on the set in Glasgow, so Rhino may be in this.
Interesting. Okay.
I feel like they're just trying to throw us off.
You think?
Yeah, I know Scorpion for sure is in this film. There's a big thing that he might have the symbiote suit at some point in this. The actor has teased it twice now that of a comic picture with Scorpion with the symbiote suit. So I think it could end up being he has the symbiote suit, and then it's going to end
Scorpion
up
could
going
have
from
the
him to
symbiote
Peter.
suit?
Yeah, a symbiotic Scorpion.
That's way cooler than the symbiote suit for Jeff.
Imagine Jeff's in this film. Jeff is the villain. He got tired of everybody crapping on him from Marvel rivals like Trey, and he's like, I've had enough. I'm joining Brand New Day, and I'm going to ruin Trey's biggest movie of the year for Spider-Man.
I will say, I've come around.
He doesn't deserve the hate.
I just don't like playing against him, bro. They're so annoying.
Understandable. I don't like playing against him either, but he's not a bad character. He's very good at healing.
He's not. He's just annoying.
Yep. Especially when
what's
people are good.
Annoying to me is because I played as the Thing, and I played with Mr. Fantastic and stuff, and Magneto. So I'd be in these crazy fights, and the person I'd be fighting is just getting healed like crazy, and that's what would make me mad. Jeff's just back there healing them like crazy. I'm getting whooped on by Venom because Venom has unlimited health because of Jeff. That's what made me hate the character at first. But now I've come around.
Well, you've seen the other side.
Yeah. Do you want to read that one?
26, 27 is going to be a new prime for movies. Absolutely, bro. Like, with the confirmed big 8 so far, absolutely. And that doesn't even like count anything outside of these fandoms. Because like we're going to get Shrek 5. Like we're going to have a Harry Potter show, which I hope is good. I love the movies.
Aren't we getting Incredibles 3?
Yeah,
27.
Incredibles 3. Marvel is getting good at throwing off leakers here and there. It's easy to start overthinking. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. There's so many things I kind of mull over in my brain a lot, and then this makes no sense. And then the next day it changes, and I'm like, okay, everything. So I don't really know what which I like. I want some surprise.
I'm going to be perfectly honest. I think the thing about doing content like this, and then also like having the podcast and stuff, it is so fun to theorize on what we think is going to happen with this stuff and talk about rumors and leaks and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I love it, dude. And so...
Yeah, I agree.
I hate when people say, oh, we don't want no more leakers and we don't want these rumors and stuff. That's what keeps it alive, man. That's what keeps it fun. To me.
Well, imagine, it's kind of like we talked about with Star Wars earlier. Imagine, like, somebody announces a movie and then nobody talks about it for 2 years.
I mean, that's the thing.
You're not excited for it.
No. Nope. Yeah, what's a banger? Once again, my friend. Absolute banger.
Yep, sorry about the lag. It got better. It got better.
It did get better. It happens, bro.
But
hopefully your clips, some of your clips in there aren't bad, hopefully.
It's cool. Dude, I got 5 other weeks I just need to catch up on.
Bro, I'm telling you. I'll tell you what, chat. When trying to clip podcasts is a lot harder than I ever thought it was. There's a lot. You guys have a great pod. Just keep grinding, especially since the big movies are coming the next year. So we appreciate it, bro. We genuinely appreciate it, man. Yeah.
Glad to see you in the pod, in the chat tonight.
I'll tell you one thing, bro. I ever get to the point I need an editor, you're my guy.
And if you're Trey's guy, you might be my guy, too.
Yep. 100%.
We'll gladly hire.
Yeah. if I get to the point where I start making a little bit on it, and I don't feel like I have the time to be pumping out as much, I'll probably consider it for sure. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you what though, bro. I've seen your work too. You're good. You're good, bro. Way better than me. I'm trash. Hey, good night, Taya. Oh, you saw it, Ev?
Oh, yes, I did. Thank you, Taya. Appreciate it. We're still going to be possibly doing something tomorrow. I know we've stream. I don't know if we're going to stream tomorrow. I don't know if we're going to. Who knows? We'll do something tomorrow.
Yeah.
As a probably it might be a Discord thing. I don't know if it's going to be a live on TikTok. If it's a live, it'll be TikTok. But definitely something with the Discord members.
Yeah. Cayman, if you want, message me. We'll get you in the Discord. It's
for sure.
Right now it's kind of small, but it's more of a private thing until we kind of get everything done. But yeah, we'd love for you to be in the Discord and interact with the community. What do we got in there? 10 ish?
16.
Oh, 16? Yeah. Decent size, bro.
It's grown.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this was episode 6 of the Nerd Bros podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Super excited for next week. Do we have any crazy topics for next week yet, or not really?
Not yet.
Yeah, so, yeah, hopefully there's some cool things coming out. Hopefully we get maybe some rumors to talk about for D23. But, that'd be kind of cool.
That'd be sick.
Hopefully we get about 17 Star Wars announcements from here and then. That'd be kind of cool.
And they're all going to be for Legos.
They're all 17 more Rey movies.
I won't watch any of them.
Oh, no. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I will see y'all later. We will see you in the next one. Peace, y'all. Also, happy birthday, early birthday to Ev, the GOAT.